Hello, my name is Jam Demirjola from Abacus Data Mining Solutions. Today I'm going to be introducing you to our Parallel Processing ETL tool. This is the second part of our series. In today's demonstration, I will go through three items. The first item is the distributed architecture, client-server model, and how it works. The second item is the power of parallel processing. Last but not least is the centralized command and control. Actually, you will see the power of it while I am demoing you the first two items. So let's kick off. I have created in Julia Child style two jobs before this demonstration. One of them is called dim customer and the other one is called dim product. The difference between these two are one of them is running on my local box. In other words, I push data from my local server to a remote server. In this one, the dim product one is slightly different in the sense it runs from a remote box to another remote box. In other words, there is no relationship with my local box at all. So, I would like to show you the queries so that you believe me. The data source of the first job is localhost, and the catalog name is Conto, so it pulls 1,000 records from my dim customer table. And then it pushes to a database called remote Contoso as dim customer, and it doesn't do truncate and load, it just appends the data. The second one, dim product, it pulls data from this server from remote console. It's called temp dim product, and then pushes over to the same database but a different table, dim product table. So these are the two jobs that I've created so far. Nothing fancy. So let's come over to the ETL controller and kick off our jobs. I don't know if you had a chance to look, but my jobs were residing over here. Suddenly they jump over here. And you can see all the finished jobs right on the finish tab. Here I have finished another one, and goes like that. Now, let's do something a little bit fancy. In other words, let's create a job right from scratch. How it is going to work. I'm just going to click on new job, and then I will say, hey, this is going to be fact customer. And this is going to be again a remote ETL job. I'm going to select as a group Adventure Works. Select the bulk data extractor. Double click on it. Oops, I'm sorry. I selected the wrong one. I select this one. Okay. So the job, the data source is SA SQL SRV2 remote contoso, and my query is select top 1000 star from 10 fact sales. So yeah, I saved it. Now I'm going to create my loader module. So the server name SA SQL SRV2 initial catalog remote contoso, and my database name is called fact customer. And truncate on load, no, each time you run, just run and append the data. I click on save, click OK, and here we go. This is my new one. I'm going to schedule it now. I'd like to run it custom, and I would like to run it every 15 seconds. Click save, everything's cool, kosher. So let's come over here. As you can see, my last new job is right appearing here, and it says 15 seconds, every 15 seconds run it. The same thing is sort of for this one, and this one is every 10 seconds. So let's kick off. Oh, by the way, just to make sure that I am pulling data, right now I have this much data. Let's truncate all of them. Now I don't have anything. So let's kick off. And you can also see it from here as well, from my workers. This is my local worker, and this is one of my remote workers. Now everything is kosher, everything is running. As you can see, I have my fact table that's being executed. It is going to get executed again pretty soon. There we go. And everything is cool. Now let's complicate things a little bit. I'm going to stop these, the controller. Let's go back to our repository and say, hey, I don't want to pull just 1,000 records from my fact sales, but I would like to make it a parameter. So I just said $A, it can be anything, and I say $A equals 200. So now what's going to happen is, let's check out the data. Let's truncate these guys once more. So when I kick off the jobs, and fact customer is going to be populated. Now let's stop this. You are going to see just 200. So essentially, I parameterized the job. I can do it for store procedure. I can do it for functions. I can do it for regular select statements, and I can put in as many variables as I want, as long as I put a comma. The cool part of this this architecture is I can duplicate the jobs. So let's duplicate our fact customer and call this one replica 1. And this one replica 2. And instead of running 200, this time I'm going to run 20,000, and the other one is going to do 40,000. And in fact, I'm going to create a couple more jobs, just for the heck of it. Now I have about 10 different jobs, and if I go back to my worker, you are going to see all of them over here. And I'm going to start them. Customer 1 goes. That's this one. I just cleared the log so that it's going to be clear. I cleared this log as well. There we go. The jobs are popping up and the data is being accumulated. I'll even truncate the data so that we can see it. Every couple seconds, I'm going to get more data. So everything is cool, but there's a problem. In the sense, I have all these jobs waiting to be executed because I don't have enough workers. Essentially, a worker can only handle one job at a time. So if you overload a worker, it is just going to first do the job, whichever comes first, and then takes over the next one, and then the next one goes like that. So how do I prevent this? Well, it's really easy. I'm just going to stop the process and go back to my repository. In fact, I'm going to create a couple more replicas of the same thing. And then I'll go to my remote box and create a couple more ETL workers. This is my third ETL worker. And I have another remote box. I am going to create another ETL worker. And let's come over here, start the job. One thing that I didn't do, that I should have been doing, I'm going to stop the job and check the workers, because essentially I created new workers out of Skyblue and the system doesn't recognize them until you check the workers. You are going to see the number of inactive workers to go down to 1. It will take a while, but believe me, it's going to be the case. Here we go. Now I kick off the jobs. As you can see, the workers are essentially eating up all the jobs that are available. So this is my demonstration, and you can see the history of workers from here. Like, it had 2 different successful runs so far. And also you can see it from here, all the finished jobs and the failed ones if I had any. And the workers, how they're doing. Here I have 5 different workers. One of them is unavailable. The system cannot reach to it, but the rest is just working. This screen is getting refreshed every half a second, so that's why even though the processes are in process, you may not be seeing it right on that instant. So that's about it for today, and I hope you enjoyed this demonstration, and I am looking forward to for the third part of the series. Thank you. Have a good day.